next speaker is Reverend Dr. Brent from the Metropolitan Community Church. He performed the first legal same-sex marriage and was given the Order of Canada receipt for his lifetime commitment to the gay, lesbian, and transgender community and for human rights. Please welcome to the stage Reverend Dr. Brent Hawks.
I want to begin by thanking Jane and Angie for their courage and their openness and honoring their relationship and not hiding their relationship. And we are here this evening primarily to say to Jane and Angie that we are here for you, we're here for your healing, we're here for your safety, and we're here for your family. Secondly, we're here this evening to claim our right to openness. If we value our relationships, we will not hide them. And if we value our relationships, we will create a more accepting society. It used to be that interracial couples used to have to hide their relationship. It used to be that Jewish people would change their last names in order to be able to be accepted. And it used to be that gay and lesbian people would change the gender reference to our partners at work. Those days for interracial couples are over. Those days where Jewish people have to change their last names is over. And those days where gays and lesbians have to hide our relationships, that day is over. Equality in law must now mean equality in practice. It is important for the sake of our relationships, for the sake of our children, for the sake of gays and lesbians who will come after us, and for our families and our siblings. The consequences of violent acts against us cannot be to go back into hiding. We know the damage that hiding does to us individually and to our relationships. We need to treat our relationships the same way that our heterosexual relatives treat their relationships. We put the pictures of our partners on our desks at work. We hold the hands of our partners in public. And we kiss our partners goodbye when we say goodbye to them. We need to ensure safe space, not just at Church in Wellesley, but also in other cities and in other towns. Thirdly, we are here today to issue a challenge. There are voices of hate in all of our cities, and there are voices of hate in all of our religions. And those voices of hate sometimes incite violence or sanction violence. We can disagree with each other without being hateful. And so today we say to clergy and rabbis and imams to stop hateful rhetoric. Canada values tolerance. And the good news is that hate is in the minority. So we want to hear from the voices of inclusion, and we invite religious leaders particularly to speak out for inclusion. Oshawa is full of good people. Oshawa has a reputation of inclusion from the labor and union floor to city council. Oshawa's goodness is seen in this expression of support for Jane and Angie. And so tonight we also say thank you to the good people of the city of Oshawa. We say thank you to the police service in this city for their very appropriate response. We say thank you to gay and lesbian individuals and organizations. We say thank you to those who came before us, who made tough choices, and who stood with courage years ago when it wasn't easy, and who made it possible for us to be here today. And we say thank you to this amazing, amazing country called Canada. And finally, we call for stronger hate crime legislation. A hate or bias motivated crime attacks not only the individuals directly, but it also spreads fear and intimidation in communities. Racist attacks send a message of fear to the black community. A swastika painted on a synagogue sends a message of fear to the broader Jewish community. And an attack motivated by hatred to gays and lesbians sends a message of fear to gay and lesbian people and our families and our friends. Because of this, our laws need to be strengthened to send a clear message that such attacks will not be tolerated, that the wider impact, the community terror that these attacks raise needs to be dealt with as a crime in and of themselves. Right now, the Conservative National Convention is debating legislation to take away the right from the Canadian Human Rights Commission to investigate hate-motivated language. We need stronger, not weaker legislation. I want to conclude by saying that in Canada, we have full equality in law, and we have worked long and hard for that. We now expect full equality in practice. We now expect our relationships to be honored. As gay and lesbian citizens, and as the friends of gay and lesbian people, we say to Jane and Angie, we are sorry for what happened to you, but you can count on us that we will turn this around as it's being turned around in Oshawa and turned around through the media, that we will ensure that people in the future will not face these incidents alone, and we will let people stand on notice that this kind of incident will not be accepted anywhere in this country called Canada. Thank you.